The South African Museum has welcomed visitors since 1825 to educate and showcase our natural heritage. But did you know the displays that you get to see are just the tip of the iceberg? The museum has many storerooms containing millions of objects that are never shown to the public, like this antique amphibian.
Okay, as you can see here, is one of our bullfrog specimens. This is a giant bullfrog, also known as a high-felled bullfrog. It was collected in 1950, so it makes it older than 100 years.
We have approximately 3 million specimens in our museum, and the visitor probably gets to see less than 5% of those. It's impractical to display absolutely every specimen that we have. There may be soft-bodied animals or so. The other thing is that there are some specimens that are of commercial value. Some specimens don't have much educational value. They've got tremendous scientific value, but they might not have educational value. You're standing in the bowels of the Iziko South African Museum. This is called the basement store. It is a large storage area that houses most of our wet collections. Wet collections are alcohol preserved specimens. We have a fantastic squid collection, probably the finest squid collection on the continent. Giant squid. Yep. So if you're looking to see a large, full specimen of these things, the chances are that you won't find many of them in museum collections. Just to give you an idea of the tentacles of the giant squid. In terms of natural history museums, the most important specimens that we house are called the type specimens. Type specimens are the first representative specimen of a particular species. Type specimens have to be lodged in a museum for a species to be valid. Within Iziko, we have over 18,000 type specimens.
Over at the Social History Centre, there are millions of artefacts recovered by archaeologists from terrestrial and maritime sites.
This is a piece of a brick that was found in Babylon in Iraq back in the 1960s and was then donated to us. It's a piece of brick with cuneiform markings on it. Cuneiform is a really old form of writing that would have been used in ancient times, so this is thousands of years old. It doesn't tie in very well with our other collections because it's a lone object that was simply donated to us. We don't have the relevant information on where it came from and the story that it might tell us.
Researchers sometimes work for years to conserve objects which would be destroyed if they were displayed, like these iron bars found at the wreck of a slave ship.
It would be really irresponsible to take them as they are and put them on exhibition because the objects would then degrade. So they have to undergo all of these processes before we can put them out there. And so the idea is to make sure that the objects last.
So next time you're at the museum, spare a thought for the scientists and curators and the years of work to preserve and make sense of the objects you see on display.